The competency in this lesson is use models and algebraic methods to find the cube of a binomial. The cube of the binomial a plus b means the quantity a plus b times the quantity a plus b times the quantity a plus b. First, we are going to multiply these two binomials. The quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a plus b. Since we are multiplying two binomials, we can use the FOIL method. F stands for the product of the first terms, that's a times a, that's a squared. O stands for product of the outer terms, that's a times b, and that's ab. I stands for product of the inner terms, that's b times a, and that's ab. Then L stands for product of the last terms, that's b times b, which is equal to b squared. We can combine ab and ab, so our answer is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So this is the product of the quantity a plus b times the quantity a plus b. And we are going to multiply this product by another binomial a plus b. And we are going to use distributive property of multiplication. That's a times a squared, that's a cubed, a times 2ab, that's 2a squared b, then a times b squared, that's ab squared. Then b times a squared equals a squared b, and I write a squared b here because these two terms are similar. Then b times 2ab equals 2ab squared. Again, I write 2ab squared here because these two terms are similar. Then b times b squared equals b cubed. Then we are going to add, so a cubed by itself, then 2a squared b plus a squared b equals 3a squared b, then ab squared plus 2ab squared equals 3ab squared, then bring down b cubed. We see a pattern here. The exponent of a on our first term is 3, on our second term is 2, and on our third term it's 1, and we don't have a on our fourth term. For b, we don't have b on our first term. The exponent of b on our second term is 1, on our third term is 2, and on our fourth term is 3. And also, we have 3 as the coefficient of the second term, and 3 also is the coefficient of our third term. We are going to use this pattern in finding the cube of the sum of two terms. Example number 1. The quantity 2x plus 3 cubed. So this is our pattern here. Our first term is a cubed, so that's the quantity 2x cubed. Our second term is 3 times a squared b, so that's 3 times the quantity 2x squared b, so our a here is 2x, and then our b here is 3. Then for our third term, it's 3 times a b squared, so it's 3 times 2x times 3 squared. Our a is 2x, our b is 3. And for our last term here, it's b cubed. It's the cube of the second term, so it's the cube of 3. So that's 3 cubed. Now we are going to simplify. The quantity 2x cubed means 2x times 2x times 2x, and that's 8x cubed. Then for our second term, the quantity 2x squared means 4x squared. Then times 3 times 3, that's 36x squared. Our third term, 3 squared is 9, times 3 is 27, times 2x is 54x. Then for our last term, 3 cubed means 3 times 3 times 3, that gives us 27. So this is our answer, 8x cubed plus 36x squared plus 54x plus 27. Example number 2. The quantity 3x plus 4 cubed. Our first term is a cubed, so that means the quantity 3x cubed. Then our second term, 3a squared b. So that's 3 times, our a here is 3x, so the quantity 3x squared, and then our b is 4, so times 4. And then for our third term, it's 3 times a times b squared. So it's 3 times a, this is our a, 3x, and b squared, our b is 4, then squared. Then our last term is b cubed, the cube of the second term, so it's 4 cubed. Now we are going to simplify. The quantity 3x cubed means 3x times 3x times 3x, and that's 27x cubed. For our second term, the quantity 3x squared means 3x times 3x, and that's 9x squared, times 3 is 27x squared, times 4 equals 108x squared. For our third term, 4 squared is 16, times 3 is 48, times 3x, that's 144x. For our last term, it's 4 cubed, that means 4 times 4 times 4, and that's 64. So this is our answer, 27x cubed plus 108x squared plus 144x plus 64. The cube of a minus b means the quantity a minus b times the quantity a minus b times the quantity a minus b. First, we are going to multiply these two binomials. The quantity a minus b times the quantity a minus b. Since we are multiplying two binomials, we use the FOIL method. So the product of the first terms, we have a times a, that's a squared. The product of the outer terms, that's a times negative b, that's negative ab. Then product of the inner terms, that's negative b times a, that's negative ab. Then product of the last terms, that's negative b times negative b, that's b squared. Now we can combine negative ab and negative ab, so our answer is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is just the product of the quantity a minus b times the quantity a minus b. So we are going to multiply it by another binomial a minus b. So we are going to use distributive property of multiplication. So that's a times a squared, that's a cubed. A times negative 2ab, that's negative 2a squared b. Then a times b squared, that's ab squared. Then negative b times a squared, that's negative a squared b. I write negative a squared b here because these two terms are similar. Then negative b times negative 2ab, that's 2ab squared. Again, I write 2ab squared here because these two terms are similar. Then negative b times b squared, that's negative b cubed. Then we are going to add, bring down a cubed, negative 2a squared b plus negative a squared b, that's negative 3a squared b. Then ab squared plus 2ab squared, that's 3ab squared. Then bring down negative b cubed. we see a pattern here. The exponent of a on our first term is 3, on our second term 2, and on our third term 1, and we don't have a on the fourth term. We don't have b on our first term. The exponent of b on our second term is 1, on our third term is 2, and on our fourth term it's 3. And the signs: first term is positive, second is negative, third term is positive, fourth term is negative. Then we have here the coefficient of the second term is -3, and the coefficient of the third term is +3. We are going to use this pattern in finding the cube of the difference of two terms. Example number 3. The quantity 5x minus y cubed. So our first term is a cubed. Our a here is 5x. That means the quantity 5x cubed. Then minus 3a squared b. That's -3. Our a here is 5x, so the quantity 5x squared. Then b, our b here is y. And then for our third term, it's 3ab squared. So it's 3, our a is 5x, our b is y, then square it. Then our last term minus the cube of the second term, so minus the cube of y. Now we are going to simplify. The quantity 5x cubed means 5x times 5x times 5x, and that's 125x cubed. Then for our second term, we have the quantity 5x squared means 25x squared, and then times -3, that's -75x squared times y, so that's -75x squared y. Then for our third term, we have 3 times 5x, that's 15x, times y squared is 15xy squared, and our last term minus the cube of y. So this is our answer: 125x cubed minus 75x squared y plus 15xy squared minus y cubed. Example number 4. The quantity 3x minus 2 cubed. Our first term is the cube of a. So this is our a, that means the quantity 3x cubed. Then minus 3a squared b. So minus 3, our a here is 3x, so the quantity 3x squared. Then our b here is 2, so times 2. For our third term, we have 3ab squared, so that's 3 times 3x times 2 squared. Our a again is 3x, so times 3x. And then b squared, our b is 2, so that's 2 squared. Then minus the cube of the second term, so that means minus the cube of 2. We are going to simplify. The quantity 3x cubed means 3x times 3x times 3x, and that's 27x cubed. For our second term, the quantity 3x squared means 9x squared. Then times 2, it's 18x squared, times -3, that's -54x squared. Then for our third term, so we have 2 squared is 4, so 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 3x, it's 36x. And minus the cube of 2. Cube of 2 means 2 times 2 times 2, and that's 8, so minus 8. So this is our answer: 27x cubed minus 54x squared plus 36x minus 8. Now your turn. You can pause the video and work on these 4 items. Number 1, the quantity x plus 4 cubed. Number 2, the quantity 7x plus y cubed. Number 3, the quantity x minus 5 cubed. And number 4, the quantity 5x minus 2y cubed. Now I will show you the answer. Number 1, the answer is x cubed plus 12x squared plus 48x plus 64. For number 2, the answer is 343x cubed plus 147x squared y plus 21xy squared plus y cubed. The answer for number 3 is x cubed minus 15x squared plus 75x minus 125. And for item number 4, the answer is 125x cubed minus 150x squared y plus 60xy squared minus 8y cubed. Did you get the 4 items right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Rejil. Keep safe.